Frank, here we are in January. It looks like leasing demand has dropped off since December, but that's typically expected, right?
Yes, no surprises there. We had a little over 2 million square feet of leasing activity, and usually there's the ramp up in demand at the end of the year and a bit of a drop off in January. But notable transactions did close. There was Intercontinental Exchange at 1345 Avenue of the Americas, the Archdiocese at 488 Madison, King Spalding at 1290 Avenue of the Americas. So with a little over 2 million square feet of leasing activity, that was really on par with the average monthly volume we've seen over the last 5 years. And believe it or not, availability remained flat. It was at a record high.
Yes, but it's flat.
Yes, but flat, so something to say there.
Well, we can't really talk about leasing demand without talking about Midtown South and sort of the impact of tech leasing or lack thereof.
Oh, yeah, you noticed. Yes, absolutely. There was also, using the number 2 again, a little over 2 million square feet of tech leasing activity in 2023, and that was actually the slowest year of tech leasing we've seen in over a decade. Yes, there was DoorDash, there was LinkedIn, several other notable tech transactions, but not nearly enough to offset the increase in supply, especially in Midtown South. You've seen it, supply has increased by 137% in that market over the last 4 years.
And you had mentioned at the height of it, it was almost 8 million square feet of leasing.
In the tech sector, actually, and remember, Midtown South was in single-digit availability during that period. It's one of the tightest markets in the country.
Well, other industries have picked up leasing demand in that absence.
Yeah, absolutely. The law firm sector, on the other end of the spectrum, had a little over 4 million square feet of leasing activity last year, which was actually the single strongest year of law firm demand that we'd seen in the nearly 2-decade span that we've been studying this.
And on the other hand, obviously your numbers are things that have happened, and I'm on the street trying to make things happen. But what we're seeing is there is a strong demand from mid and sort of smaller users. It does feel like there is a focus on kind of getting your teams back together, making sure that there's culture, branding, collaboration happening. So
yeah, absolutely. Those smaller tenants are really going to make or break the availability in the coming years. That's always been the case. The sub 25,000 and the sub 15,000 square foot tenants, those really account for, in any given year, 2/3 or more of the amount of activity. So they really are key drivers of the market, even though they're not always making the headlines.
Right. Well, we'll see how it impacts leasing for the rest of the year.
We'll see how it goes.